my third Great Ocean Road Marathon as it happens. Pretty cold morning out there, so look, I'm just going to give you a couple of things that I do. Might give you a couple of ideas yourself. Talcum powder is absolutely fantastic for just ensuring you don't get blisters, because all it's going to do is just add a lot of dryness to your feet. I'm going to make a bit of a mess here, but that's alright. So just coat your feet in it, just front and back, I suppose. And this really works. I did this on a 31k run last week and feet came up really well. Not that I'm prone to blisters, but look, anything can happen over the case of 45k, and at the end of the day, there's nothing worse than a blister, a tiny crappy little blister interfering with a run that you've kind of trained hard for, you know. So anything that you can do to just protect the feet and ensure against them, because they are not comfortable. The night before, or a couple of nights before, you really clip your toenails as much as you can. Don't underestimate doing things like this, because really, you know, there's so much focus on your feet in a run like this. So clipping your toenails and just kind of filing any kind of rough skin on your feet just really really goes a long way. Yeah, I just always double knot my laces, because there's nothing worse than them coming undone. You don't want to be falling over. It can really affect your morale. So there we go. Almost ready for the off. Powder everywhere, but nonetheless. I've got my backpack, and look, to be honest, most people think I'm a bit crazy, but I really don't care. I like to be self-sufficient on my runs. It prepares me for bigger runs. Nice bladder there, probably about 2.5 litres of water. So it's a good guideline for me. I know how light my bag is going to get as the run goes on. So I know I'm drinking properly and drinking the right amount of water. So zip that up in there. These are awesome backpacks, by the way. 2 Ferrero Rocher. Always nice to have a few goodies with you. So we've got those. Bit of other food in here. A bit of a collection there. Bit of sweet, bit of salty stuff that's kind of easy to open. I probably won't eat all of that, but I might make my way through a fair bit of it at the same time. Arnica from my homeopathic best friend. But oh, there goes one. Just good for keeping swelling down. Swelling of, I don't know, your knees, your feet, anything really. Some Panadol there. Look, sometimes it's just a good idea, because you are going to feel pain, there's no doubt about it, but if you can just ease it off for 2 hours and forget about it and then deal with it. Plenty of tissues in there. I've got all my water. Some for some, although you might not photograph this. Now, I do have to put some Vaseline around your bum cheeks. This might seem extreme for some people, but trust me, this is marathon number 11, and you'd be surprised what chafes on runs. So if it's your first, well, just have some Vaseline with you, no harm. Another place I always pop this is just under my back, where I know that the bag is going to be not so much rubbing against for 5 hours, but it's going to be there, so it just really helps. If I was wearing short sleeves, although I probably will be halfway through this run, so no harm in being prepared. Generally, just under my arms, kind of at the back of the underarm, because it can just rub, and this just really helps it. You just don't want to be uncomfortable. All right.
well done on the result of that. Come on, let you know I say it's
I finished.
And
I finished very bloody well. I did a PB today. I'm pretty stoked about that. My marathon time was 4:14 today. I think my best to date was my Dublin marathon, which was a few years ago. And I think it was 4:18. So I couldn't quite believe the clock when I was coming through. And yeah, I couldn't believe it. So I'm really happy with that. I expected to do about a 4:30 today. So yeah, 15 minutes under that. I'm pretty happy with that. The last 3K was okay, it wasn't too bad. I think I did that time in about 4:36, which is in and around my normal marathon time. So I'm really happy. And I don't know, it was an interesting run because I had a couple of different strategies along the way. For those not from Melbourne, the Great Ocean Road is kind of known to be a slightly hilly run, in marathon terms that is. My strategy was after 25k I kind of stopped running hills, and I found that I was walking the hills a little bit slower than people running them, but I was expending a lot less energy, and by God did I take those downhills, to the point that I think it was about a 1k climb, and there was a guy and a girl doing it, very fit looking, lovely legs on her, and they decided to run up the hill, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to walk this probably about a kilometre, and on the other side of it is probably about the 25k mark. I ended up just flooring the last kilometre, to the point that I passed those two people and never saw them again. So it just goes to show you that if you walk up a hill and you kind of save that energy, just really use it for the way down, that works really well. I don't know, I seem to be the only one that was taking advantage of the hills. I don't know, it just kind of worked for me. So it was a very consistent run. It was kind of 10k was just under an hour, 20k just under 2 hours, 30k bang on 3 hours, 40k 4:03, so I was kind of excited at that point, and then 4:03 to 4:14 for my last 2.2. Usually those last 2.2 just blow out to like half an hour, so it was really nice to keep that consistent. And then the next 3k sort of was in my normal pace, which I don't really have a normal pace after 40k, that's when things just kind of blow out. So look, the weather was brilliant, there was really no breeze, the sun was just nice. I lost my sunglasses about the 10k mark, that was a bit shit, but I got a PB, lost my sunglasses, what do you do? So yeah, feet worked well, chafing was great because there wasn't any, and all in all, really good Great Ocean Road Marathon. Yeah.